Hello guys and welcome back to Cyber Mutation. Now let's start your second module with knowing that what is information gathering. As we have discussed earlier, information gathering is a first phase of 5 phases of hacking, where you will learn that how we can gather information about a person or organization or a website. Initially, gathering information about a person or a website is considered as open source intelligence and tracking down human beings. And let's see that what are the information which we will gather when we are digging and we are searching the internet for information. Firstly, we will look for initial information. Okay, then we will determine the network range, that in which range the device resides, like the IP address. What are the active machines in the network, and what are the open ports and AP access points in the system. Access points are nothing but the Wi-Fi's which you are using. They are known as access point in networking language. Then fingerprint the operating system, where we will gather information about the operating system, that which it is, like Windows, Linux, iOS. And then we will look for other servers, what are the servers running on a specific operating system. Then we will discover that what are the services running on the ports, and then we will make a whole map of network, that these are the devices and these are the ports open in them, and these are the number of service running on specific ports. Okay. There are two types of information gathering. First is active and second is passive. In active information gathering, we directly contact the person or the entity and we communicate with them by phone call, message, interview or face-to-face meeting. These are sometimes very dangerous while you are gathering sensitive information. And there is second, which is passive information gathering. In passive information gathering, we use third-party tools and websites to get information of a person or a website, and we don't directly communicate with them. This helps that the server or a person will never know that we are gathering information about them. But if you want more and accurate data, active information gathering is suggested. Now let's see what is the information which should be collected of a website or an organization. Firstly, it is domain name. For example, what is the website name? Example, starbucks.com or google.com. Then what are the IP addresses running on a server? In what are the IP address of a server? Then namespaces, name servers. Which are the name servers used? Name servers are nothing but whenever you try to visit a website, first it goes to name server, and from there it gets the specific IP address where the website is hosted on which server, and then it redirects to the final destination. Then we have employee information, that what are the number of employees in the organization, when they are coming and when they are leaving the organization, what is the maximum level of security in organization, right? This helps if we want to physically attack the server by installing a USB drive with virus or any physical form of damage to organization or their servers. Then we have phone numbers of employees, phone numbers of management team, phone number of CEO, CTO. Then we have email IDs and job information. These are the information which will look. If you want to gather information about peoples, then you can use this site. Now, the efficiency of this site differs from country to country. For example, if you are in USA, you can use this PokeU tool and it will give you a bit more information about a person. But if you are in Asian continent, then there is less probability of getting information on these sites. But still you can try them, and they ask nothing but mobile number and email IDs. You can gather information about their name, social media handles and everything from these links. Now let's proceed to the practical part, which is website information gathering. Website information gathering, first we can do is whoislookup, where we will get the information about the domain, and then we will get information that when this domain was registered and when it will expire, who has registered the domain, and etc. And we have Vapalizer. Let's see them in practical. Okay guys, now let's start gathering information about websites. Let's go to IRCTC. It is a website of Indian Railway. Okay, and if you want to know that what is the programming language of this site, which web server they are running, like Apache, then web servers, or what is the operating system, you can easily know with this extension, which is known as Wapelizer. Okay, you just have to simply type Wapelizer and go on the second link from where you can add this extension to Chrome. Simply click add to Chrome. It will download the extension and automatically set it up. Once it is setted, you just need to go on this extension and pin the extension. Okay. Now we are set to go once we have this Wapelizer icon over here. Now let's just refresh the site and wait for Wapelizer to detect all the technologies. Meanwhile, what you can do is you can also search websites which you want to gather information. Let's take I guess we can go with okay, let's do one thing. This Wapelizer is active now. I was just searching for a website, but so we are getting 20 over here, right? So let's click on this and it will show all the plugins, widgets, advertising plugins, JavaScript frameworks, right? If reCAPTCHA or any security framework is implemented, and programming languages. So this is our main focus. The programming language is TypeScript and Java. Okay, so it is programmed in Java. A bootstrap framework is used for different UIs, JavaScript libraries such as Core.js, and you can also search for any plugins, just JavaScript, Angular, and Zone.js. Why we are gathering this information? Because this information will help us in making our attack strategy. For example, if you get an vulnerability from where you can execute the program, then you will need a payload in Java, because the website is made in Java language, right? So this is the information you can gather. Now let's say if you want to know that how this domain is bought, then we can do is whois lookup. Simply type whois lookup and go to whois.com. Now search this website, copy the website name and search it over here. And you will see that GoDaddy has registered this site, and it was registered on 2002/6 4th date. It will expire on 2027. So this is the time when they will need to renew their domain and buy it again. And which organization has registered the domain? Indian Railway. Catering and Tourism has registered it. State is Delhi and India. And email is listed above. Let's see. Okay, so for email you will need to contact GoDaddy and they will provide you their abuse contact mail and you can contact from there. So this is who is information. From here you can see that how many days old this domain is and who has actually bought it and which organization is owning this domain. Okay, now let's go and look for more information from view dns.info site. Okay, just visit viewdns.info and from here you can go for IP history. What this will do is it will show you the IP history of domain, that on what different IPs this website was hosted on. So these are the different IPs. It was specifically the main server of Indian Railway, because of course it is a private organization and it is a big organization, so they will have their own server. If you take any another website, then there are chances that the server is located in USA, Canada or any different country than the origin of the organization, because it is generally hosted on cloud and remote servers, so that can be an issue. For example, let's look for google.com. This Glassdoor site, which is used for applying for jobs. Let's see what information we are getting on Webalizer. We are getting 35 units of information. So from their programming languages, Java, GraphSQL and TypeScript. Again we have Facebook login and Google login plugin. For cookie compliance they are using OneTrust, and security they have Cloudflare bot management and reCAPTCHA. And JavaScript libraries, these are the JavaScript libraries which are being used in this server, and these are some more framework, Emotion and React.js. So by analyzing this you can gather information and you can create a report, and this report will be used further in making your attack strategy. Now let's see, this site is not loading, so let's cancel this site and let's look for, I guess, youtube.com. Taking a lot more time than accepted. Let's take this glassdoor.co.in. And you can easily see that the location is unknown. First it was Australia, United States, then again United States, and the server was Amazon, and now it is Cloudflare. But Cloudflare provides a good security, so I guess the location is not being displayed over here. And initially the owner was Instra Corporation, then Total Server Solution LLC, then Rockspace. We are talking about year 2011, 2012 and 14, and right now it is unknown location, but it is the owner of Cloudflare.com, this IP address owner, and the date is of 2023-6, which is very new. Okay, today's. So this is how you can take the IP history. If you want to do Chinese or Iran firewall test, this will show that is this site or your site accessible in China and Iran. For example, let's go with again glassdoor.co.in, and you can see that Beijing, Shenzhen and other 3 countries this site is accessible. This means that the site is not blocked in China. You can also use port scanner, but we are going to learn port scanning manually further, so it is fine if you are not looking at this. You can also do DNS sec test, which shows that is DNS security configured or not. So this domain does have DNSSEC enabled. This means that there is DNS security, and it is hard to attack in some cases. And let's take IRCTC and check if IRCTC has DNSSEC enabled or not. This domain does not have DNSSEC enabled. This means that there is no security on this site. But by me saying no security doesn't mean there is nothing, no level of security. It just shows that the DNS securities extension is not enabled over there. There are many other security parameters like firewall, IDS, IPS, web application firewall, which is known as WAF. This all things can still be there on a site. Okay, so this is how you can gather the basic information about websites. And further we will see that how we can gather information about the open ports in website and what are the services running on it. This all things will be discussed in network security portion. Now, if you want to know that how we can get the information of subdomains, now some of you might know what is subdomains and some of you might not. So what is a subdomain? So you can see over here that we have Google Maps, we have Google Meet, we have Gmail. What is the actual URL of Google? We can just write, if anybody asks what is the domain, we can say that www.google.com is the actual domain, right, where Google stays. But we can, if we open Google Meet, if we open Google Maps, if we open any other email Google services, let's open Google Docs. So you can see over here that google.com as our domain, and here we have meet.google.com, here we have google.com but maps, and if we go on to here we have docs.google.com. So here not the Google Maps one, but this Meet has a subdomain which is meet.google.com, doc has doc.google.com, and same goes for many other, like we can go on to forms, and you can see over here that it will have forms.google.com. So this is how you can know that this site has subdomains, but it is very hard to manually check for subdomains. So what you can do is you can go on at home, we type the subdomain, we just type the domain and we hit enter, and it will gather all the information. But we don't want this, we just want another tab which is behaviors tab. So we again remove all these things, and you can see in relations tab we have siblings, and the siblings are subdomains of to see more subdomains. You have to just click any subdomains. So it goes on and on and on because it has many subdomains. It is a very big site. So this is how you can get subdomains, and in VirusTotal it is on the siblings, which are 529 subdomains.